big sauce man. All right. So I wanted to read this. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. And this is to show you how arrogant and how proud this man is. Let's pull this up. Let's pull this up so you can see it. All right. This is Rich responding to some Jason Smith character. He said, "Churning people away. Are you some LGBT troll? Do you all right? Get ready for this. You're gonna see pride just ooze out of his pores, out of the very pores in his fingers as he's typing this. Pride is just oozing completely out." He says, "Are you some LGBT troll? Do you have any idea how many people have gotten saved through our ministry? How many homosexuals and transgender have been delivered? How many drug addicts set free? You just me again and bore false witness." I'm just reading it how he typed it. "You just me again and bore false witness." You might want to read, he couldn't even spell want to, wanna. You might want to read Proverbs 6:16 through 19. Also, do you know who got Drag Queen Story out of the libraries in Cookeville in Tennessee? Me! Know who got Governor Lee to declare churches essential in Tennessee? Me and Dale Walker. Know who got Governor Lee to not close down Tennessee? Me and several other preachers. I'm just reading it how it says. Preachers. I read Hebrew. I read Greek. I have a theology degree. I am. Whoa! You are, huh? Yeah, you think you're God. I'm just reading it how it's written. I think that's the Lord confounding him right there. He says, "I am considered one of the best Bible teachers in the country." You might want to know who you're talking to before you start judging falsely. Wow, friends. If that wasn't the most proud, arrogant, puffed up, proud, boastful, haughty, just drivel I've ever read in my life, you know what that reminds me of, friends? I'm going to show you exactly what that reminds me of. I know some of you are awesome. Some of you are already thinking this as I was halfway done reading it. Isaiah 14. This is talking about Lucifer. Let's just start, let's see. Let's start at verse 11. "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners?" I'm going to stop right there. Actually, you know what? Let me read the last couple verses, actually. I'm sorry. "All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned." I'm going to stop right there. So look how Lucifer, just like Pinkoski there in that post. Me, 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 me. He said he is considered one of the best Bible teachers in the country. He said this. He said this, friends. He said this. I'm just reading what the guy wrote. I mean, this is insanity. This, you gotta admit, this is insanity. He says, I am considered one of the best Bible teachers in the country. Look at that. Once again, Rich Pinkoski, the firebrand preacher. So the guy, he calls himself the firebrand preacher, the militant Christian, using Knights of Templar Knights imagery. He always uses Templar Knights imagery. Something to look into. He calls himself the Christian outlaw. I mean, what is this guy, a cartoon character? Well, since he's a cartoon character, hey, why don't we make some cartoons of him, since he's a cartoon character? So here we got Rich Pinkoski sitting on the lap of Santa Claus. Here we got Rich Pinkoski enjoying his nice, spicy pumpkin latte. I mean, don't you realize that looks very gay, Rich? And why is this guy so slim? I mean, come on, at least make him more, structure to your body. See, that's more like it. That's more like you right there, Rich. That looks just like you. Now if this isn't narcissistic, he has a picture of himself quoting himself. If that's not one of the highest levels of narcissism, I don't know what is. When people sit there and have a picture of themselves quoting themselves. That's narcissistic. That's really, really narcissistic.